Okay, so today I'm going to go ahead and go over on how to make an automated ZFS pool backup over SSH to back up to your server, just to protect that lovely data so, your server doesn't crash and uh, the lifeblood of your family and the income causes you to end up on the street or in rehab. So let's go ahead and get started here. Uh, First thing we're going to want to go ahead and do is I'm going to open up a terminal. I'm going to be playing around too because I'm going to be doing this uncut, right? So first thing, I'm going to get root access, right? And I'm going to clear this out. Now, zpool. Okay, so let's see. Since I'm doing this uncut, let's see what the best way to do this would be. So the first thing we're going to want to go ahead and do is we're going to want to run a ZFS snap command. So ZFS snap at send backup, oops, and then it's going to be R pool, right? And we're going to want to back up all the children in there too. So I'm going to put an R. Okay. So that will create it. See? And now if I run it again, it's not going to work, right? So now what we need to go ahead and do is we need to do a ZFS, ZFS list type snapshot, right? And we're going to enter this command here. So the first thing it's going to do on the cron job is it's going to look for this snapshot and it's going to grep for anything that has send back up at the end. So for me, I got a lot of snapshots, by the way, like over 1,000. So it's going to pull up these. So it's got to send back up for each child, right? Now, we're going to want to xargs that to N1. And for y'all that don't know, whenever you run xargs like this with the N1, it means it's going to run the ZFS destroy command. It's going to do that one, then that one, then that one. So it's going to run the ZFS destroy command according to the number of lines. Like that, right? So, and then this is in case there's an error, because in case there's nothing to destroy, it won't show the error message. So the to and end is going to redirect that message properly. So when I run that, it's going to destroy those snapshots, right? Okay. And the next command we're going to run this semicolon right here says the end of that command. So we're good there. That destroys the command. That destroys the snapshots. And then we're going to want to do a ZFS snap rpool. Same thing. Going to want to get those children in there and send backup. And then after we do that, we're going to want to send it over the SSH. But we want to test this command, right? So I'm going to go ahead and run it real quick. Okay, so we got an error here. What did I do wrong? Okay, so we're gonna have to change that redirect. So not redirecting probably. So it probably has something to do with, well, yeah, because there's no snapshots to destroy. So we're just gonna forward all that over to dev null like that. The 2-in-1 usually redirects. I forgot exactly. Hold on here. Oh, okay, because it's not finding anything. I see what it's doing. Because it's not finding anything, it's saying, hey, you don't have any. Okay, so we're gonna have, let me figure out how to get this thing quiet. Okay, that will make it quiet. So send it over to dev null. Now, ZFS snap dash r rpool at send backup all the Tron snapshots. Okay, there you go. And then we're gonna run it again. Confirm there's no error messages. Okay, good. That worked. Now, after we take that snapshot, we're going to want to do the and to say we only want the next command to run if this is a confirmed command and it ran successfully. So now ZFS send, and we're going to want that verbose. I mean, you may want the verbose, so I don't know if you're using this command. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and do it as a cron. I guess as a cron and a command. We can do it like that. We'll do it as a cron and a command. So we'll save this as a command, and then we'll run it as like a cron. So ZFS send dash v, and then you do rpool at let's see what the other subcommands are here. Generate incremental stream, generate deduplicate stream. Yeah, we're going to include the children. So ZFS send, and then rpool at send backup. And then we're going to pipe that over SSH, and I'm going to send it to my server to redfxpc.net. And then ZFS receive v rpool, and then we're going to want to put that as a fix a PC main rig backup. Now, let's see if that goes ahead and works. Okay, it looks like it's starting to go. Now, receiving full stream of send now. So, it's doing a one other thing we're after here. Like I said, I'm doing this uncut, so I'm going to be making some mistakes here. I'm not going to send those children. What I'm going to go ahead and do here, pipe it into that is SSH and ZFS. Yeah, because we want verbose for both. Oh, and one thing we are going to want is we're going to want to force so it overwrites this backup. Now that's just going to send the rpool. So, yeah, so this is working. That's working. So send backup into rpool. Now the only problem we're running into now, and it's going pretty quick. I got a 10G connection, which is 1 gig a second, but it's ZFS and it's over SSH, so it's gonna have a little bit of limitations. No, let's see something. Let's pull up some chat GP. No, you know what? That's good. We're gonna do it like this. One thing I'm gonna go ahead and do here is I'm gonna open up VS Code real quick. We're gonna actually make that script here. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. I'm gonna go ahead and save this under bin. So I'm gonna call it ZFS pull backup over SSH dot sh like that. All right. That was all right. Oh, okay, that's right. I haven't opened this up, so I'm gonna go ahead and just save this in home. ZFS pull backup over SSH. Save it in that user folder. And then it's a shell script, so we're gonna want to do a shebang of bin bash like that. Zoom in a little bit here. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and open up this here. See if cpool. Okay, so if I do a volume list right here, that's gonna list my volumes. A ZFS list. Okay, there we go. ZFS list works good, right? I'm gonna go ahead and pipe that over to awk. Oh, let's do a tail. Yeah, no, awk. I think awk will be good here. So we're just gonna print the first column like that, and then we're going to do a tail dash n. No, is it dash plus one? No, dash n plus one plus two. Okay, so that means 2 lines. So it's considering the first line and the second line, so it's plus 2. So you're taking off the name line right there, right? And so now we got all these correctly sorted, right? So we're gonna do this. We're gonna take this command, and I'm gonna go ahead and paste it right there, right? Oops. Copy it, paste it. ZFS list awk print, and then that's gonna give that. And then I'm gonna need to make an array based on the numbers here, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do. Let me pull up one of my other scripts where I have an array, and we can use that. I'm gonna do create array based on. Alright, let me put this right there. That way that'll help Copilot. Create array based on ZFS list. Create array based on ZFS list per line. Okay, it's not taking it like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it here is where it says create array based on ZFS list. Yeah, so I'm just gonna delete this. You know, I could do. We could try this right here like this. So that's gonna print us out that many lines. We do this. This. Sorry, I'm not. Sometime this is uncut, so you're gonna see how I do it here. So I'm gonna put all pool array. There we go. So now I'm just gonna put that there. For I and our pool arrays, so do So I'm gonna take this. So it says ZFS list type snapshot. So that's gonna take care of all snapshots, regardless. And we're gonna do ZFS send dash v. There you go. And then you're going to do your server name here. So I'm going to put, I'm just going to put root like that. And then put, host. And then I'm going to put host equals, yeah. ZFS send, at send backup, right? So it's going to do a send. And then, so it's going to run this command. So it's going to run for however many arrays it finds in the list, it's going to run this command. And then where it says R pool array, it's going to go to the next line, right? And this may or may not work. I might have to feed it into an ifs. I forgot. But we'll get it. So then it's going to be, and then I'll put the script up so y'all can download it. So it's going to be SSH root at host, right? And there we go. ZFS send. And I'm gonna do it like this. Fix a PC main rig backup. And one thing I forgot to do, no, ZFS send, and then, yeah, V, and there pipes over there, and then it will destroy that data set if it exists, right? So we got that part, right? One thing we need to get is this. Actually needs to go. So let's see. And then we're gonna change this to a variable too. Full name, right? Now, this I don't remember, I had to put it in doubles. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, like that. You know what? Let me look up that ifs real quick. Connect this in a window. And y'all can just hold off on that screen. I'm looking up an if statement real quick. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. Instead of that, we're going to use this one. This is actually the more proper way to do it. And call that our pool array. This. There you go. Now we're properly setting up the array. So that's taking that command and it's piping it into this variable, right? And this right here, the /n means it's doing it per line, right? And then if I go to our pool array, I'll quote that right there. And I'm going to go ahead and add another line for y'all. So I'll just put in y'all's pool name. Actually, you know what? We can set the pool name based on what we find, right? So you don't only have to enter your host. Isn't that nice? So we can do a ZFS list. Let's see what this does. Right? Yeah, this command right here. So we can do a ZFS list. You know, I think we might feed it all under this right here. So, ZFS send. ZFS send. So we're doing a ZFS send here. Yeah. And we're going to take this apart too. We're going to do everything under the array. So it's going to be for this. What's this, right? What we're going to do is ZFS snap. Like that. So now we're going to create a snapshot of each one. And we're not going to do the children under it anymore since it's getting it by list. Alright, so that's going to get all our snapshots. And it's going to take a snapshot. Right? But we also want to make sure it's destroyed, right? So we're going to do a ZFS destroy now. Like that, and we want it to be quiet if it messes up and if we did it wrong because of human error or anything. So it's going to do a ZFS destroy. Let me check something here. Yeah, we'll do a ZFS destroy first. And because if you're running it the first time, it's obviously not going to find anything, so we're not going to want it to argue with us, so that's going to stop that. Then it's going to, after make sure those are deleted, it's going to go ahead and do a ZFS snap according to that. And that should free us up to just go ahead and delete that. So look at that. Look at how nice and pretty that is. It's efficient. It works good. This is good. Do ZFS destroy, snap, send backup. ZFS send at send backup. Root at. Okay. So right here we're gonna keep root because we're obviously gonna be on it, right? This is root most of the time. And ZFS receive. Blah blah blah. our pool. This is the name of the host pool. So that is one thing I'm gonna put in. I'm gonna put in remote pool. I'm gonna put equals our pool, right? Like that. So I'm gonna change this to remote pool, like that. So you have to fill in the name of the pool at least that's on your main rig. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead, and this is gonna be the data set name you're saving those pool arrays under. So we're gonna do data set. Now this can be anything you want it. The pool name on your remote server. And I'm gonna go ahead and put backup script by xpc.net at 2023 324. ZFS pool backup script by xpc.net. The host name can be an IP or a domain name. There you go, your remote pool and fixed PC mainnet. Now the pretty part. Let's see if it actually works. So we're gonna go ahead and see if this works here. But first we're gonna have to see. Okay. Oops. Bin and then ZFS. Pool backup over SSH.sh. Okay, this has been saved to the right spot. So cprrfv home. There you go. Bin. There you go. And now let's go to ZFS. We'll back up over SSH and see what happens. Okay, so cannot open, data set does not exist. Okay. So it's going to our pool, that's correct. So this is working, the snapshots are taken correctly. So it's this one that's having the issue. Okay, so we might have to take off that data set and put the on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Save it again, try again. Let's go ahead and do this right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do here is where it says, so it's having too many data set names. It just wants one after there. So whenever I go over one name, it messes up. So in order to fix that, let's go ahead and check this out. Let's go ahead and do a sed. I'm gonna go ahead and take out those slashes. Okay, so now the slashes are taken out, right? And that's gonna be another command we'll have to do. So that takes the slashes out, just like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and do another sed here and replace what's at the beginning of the line. I believe that's what it is. I'm gonna put test here to see if I'm right. Okay, yeah, test. So that's how you replace it at the beginning of the line. And what we're gonna go ahead and do here is do this. And now every time, yeah, we're gonna do that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do data set name. So we're still gonna use that variable right there. Except I'm gonna do that right there, so it goes ahead and correctly inputs it right there. And we're gonna want one for each line, right? So how could we do that? If we want one for each line, we could do another ifs, all right? But I don't think we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna put sent data sent. All right, let's see. I know it's ridiculously long, but I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna do this bracket here. I'm gonna put an I there. So for every time it does an I, it's gonna run this command. And we want it to do a specific line too. And then what we're gonna go ahead and do is do this. I'm gonna change that like that. Alright, we're gonna do this. We're gonna use ChatGPT and ask a question: how to list a specific line number list set. Alright. Now we're gonna go back to script here. Paste that there. I'm gonna try 2. Oh. Or how about we do this? Tails -n and then +2. So the first one it's going to do is it's going to do that one. So yeah, we can do that. Tail -n +1. Like that, right? Except we're going to go up according to the I. So now when we do that, every time this goes up 1 for each line number that's in here, it's going to go ahead and increase this number by 1. And just to test this, I'm going to turn that off there. Oh, I felt kind of dumb. I didn't copy that back over, did I? So bin, like that. And to fix that permissions issue, okay, I'm connected to this. Now we're gonna go ahead and go over to here. And then here. Let's just see if we can open the workspace from file. I'll just add a folder. Yes, I want to trust that folder. Now, since I did that, I'm gonna go ahead and open up that, there you go. ZFS pull back up over. Okay, since my dumbass does not update the script correctly. Alright. Let's go ahead and test this again. Fix a PC Maynard. Let's go ahead and give this a try. So we got the remote pool variable, that one, and the original remote pool array. So it's saying cannot receive an invalid name, right? And the reason why here is because we have that @ symbol with that. So we can actually have this ifs right there. You don't have to have that together. So set ifs here like that. Delete that. Go ahead and copy this again. And I'm gonna call that variable remote name. That. And we're gonna call that same variable down here. Delete all this stuff. So it's gonna be remote pool, then a pool array. Actually, taking that off here. Like that. Like that right there. Okay, so this one's like this. Remote pool array. We did the backup name like this. Like that. Okay. Now, ZFS send. Okay. Another thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove anything after the @ so we're gonna do an @ and that star right there, and then we're gonna try this again. Let's go ahead and run this command here. So there we go. Okay, there we go. We got it. So it's not successfully sending and it's sending. Oh, it does do the @ here, but that's still so we're doing our pool. Let's go ahead and do that there. Okay, so we actually don't need any of that. Okay, there we go. So it's working just fine now. Took a little while, but we got it. So where it says our pool here, that was the first one that was listed here. So when it sends this snapshot, then where it says our pool dev 1, it's going to say our pool dev 1 there. Now, one problem is it's going to do them one at a time. So I don't know if y'all are going to like that necessarily or not. Maybe you won't, maybe you will. If you want to send them in parallel, we can probably figure out something for that too, right? And then you can do things like, let's say you want to go ahead and enable compression. So let's go ahead and take a look at that speed, how fast it was going. 200, it's roughly going about what? 200 to 300 megabytes a second. So we can try compression and see if it gets us any more speed. So SSH dash, yeah, compress all data. It seems to be going just a tad faster, but it is going faster, it looks like. Now, let's look up some benchmarks on the SSH algorithms. And Phoronix has good benchmarks, so I'm going to go with Phoronix. Okay. So SSH algorithms and then I'll put like AES SSH algorithms. Let's do that. I think it was AES 256. You could use what is it, ARC4, but you'd usually have to compile in the kernel because they removed it for security issues. I think there might be a way. I think you can compile SSH without any type of encryption at all, but obviously it's not a good idea. If you're sending over local network, not an issue. I'll do another video. We'll use like something besides SSH to send it over a lot faster. This is just a good example here. So you know what? Let's see. Maybe we'll get a list. Hey, we got the list right here when you tab it out in Fish. My Fish already had this generated for me. Okay, here we go. Yeah, AES 256 CBC CTR. Okay, AES 256 CTR versus CBC. put benchmark. I'll just search images. Here's AES 128. Believe it or not, 256 just with the latest hardware, even though it's more encrypted, it usually benchmarks higher still, which you would think the exact opposite, but okay. So it looks like AES 256 GCM is killing it here. So we're just going to believe them and take them for what they say. So I'm going to do this one. And I'll add another variable so you can pick. Oh, now to spell algorithm here. Just do it with Google. Oh. And I'm going to do another one called let me just do that there. That's about as gonna be as fast as you're probably gonna get. It's maybe going like 10 faster. Still pretty good. Alright. We'll try it without doing compression. It's hard to tell. We're just going to keep the compression on. And I'll add another one for y'all here. So, compress is no. And compress equals. How would I do this? Compress equals. Actually, no. We'll keep going. That's going a little too far. We'll just keep down, just like that. Okay, so you can choose your algorithm here. There you go. Arc 4 would even be better, or not at all. But then again, if you're sending over your LAN, I wouldn't recommend using SSH. I'd use something different. Okay, now that we finished making the script, one thing you do need to know here is how to set the cron job. ZFS, pull back up over SSH. I'm going to go ahead and do cron tab -e. I'm going to copy this right here. And we could do a daily backup. We could have it send at night, but that's going to put some bog on your SSH, right? So, I don't know. I think it would probably be good to do a weekly backup. So what I'll do here, because it will slow down a lot of stuff. But, you know what? We'll do it daily anyway. Why not? So I'm going to go over to here. I'm going to go at daily. And I'm going to paste it where it's right there. One thing I want to make sure you have the correct cron tab version installed. And then for your at dailies and at hourlies to work, another trick is make sure you put your path right here. Because otherwise, if you don't put your path right here in your cron tab, you're going to have the exact location of the file. So make sure your path's at the top. And that's it. So I'm going to have it run at daily. And it should run right at 12 midnight, I believe is what daily runs at. We'll look it up. What is the default runtime for Cron daily? Okay, never mind. According to this, around 6:25. It could be AM. It could be different per system. I don't like that. Well, 6:25 AM. I guess it's not bad. Hell, I don't even sleep anyway, hardly. So I guess it really doesn't matter what time I set it for. But that's about good. I'll keep it like that. So that's it. Anyway, if you like the video, like and subscribe. Buy me some coffee. Send me some Bitcoin. Support my bad behaviors.